I just got back in the country, like literally not even 3 hours ago. And I'm going to work. I guess you could call this King's Thought of the Day. I guess what I would like to discuss is knowing the difference between. I don't know. It's kind of an interesting dynamic when it comes to work. There's this one thing about being a boss and being a friend. And in work, business, when you're a boss, you have no friends. Okay? Because people are always trying to find some way to get away with not doing shit. Or they want to find some way to basically scapegoat their obligations onto you and have you basically paying their way just to get by, but on your dime. So, give an example. I have a contractor that somebody told me that he was decent to work with, and it's been completely the opposite. Just on like little things that they do, things I just don't like. When people oversell things, you need to pump your brakes. When somebody says, "Oh, I can do everything," unless they can show you and do it without asking you for all kinds of without asking you for shit, that's a different story. Because I have people that are so good at what they do, they're like, "Okay, just pay me when the job is done." I'm like, well, look, that's how you know somebody's on their shit. When somebody asks you for some ridiculous amount of money up front, what that basically means is they don't have their shit together. They're not established. Okay? Services need to be rendered, I need to be happy, customer's happy, customer pays. That's the concept. But then you have some of these people that sit there and come to you with their personal problems, and as soon as that happens, those are red flags. Professionally, it's unprofessional. I don't want to hear anything about whatever my subordinate has going on in their life. It's not my problem. It's not my fucking business. I don't care. Because what's going to end up happening is that's going to be your problem. As soon as you start listening to that bullshit and they know that they got an audience, they're going to try to pull some sympathy card on you. And you got to kind of be a dick about that. It's like, look, I don't want to hear that shit. I'm like, either you want to do the job or get the fuck out of here. It's got to be that way. It's always got to be that way. You have to be very rigid when it comes to certain things like this, because when you start bleeding your heart out for people that work for you or whatever, the only person that's going to suffer is you. The only mission that's going to suffer is yours. Because believe me, that motherfucker don't give a fuck about you. All they care about is where their next meal is coming from. There's no loyalty to this shit. None. So then you're the one who's angry at night because it's like you're over here mad because you're thinking that you're doing the right things, when in all actuality, you're fucking yourself. Because time is money. In my business, time is money. So if nothing aggravates me more than fucking making me late or wasting my time. If you want to piss me off, well, that's the fastest way to do it. And get bad directions. But that has all to do with time. So time is invaluable to me. So don't waste it. And don't allow people to waste your time. Because if you allow it to happen, that's your own fucking fault. You got nobody to blame but yourself. So don't overtask people if you know that they're not capable. It's better just to kind of give certain things to certain things. If somebody is somebody jack of all trades but master of none, leave them alone. Because those people put you in the fucking poorhouse. There'll always be some excuse on why things don't get done, or this, that, and the other. My ass is this, but I don't give a fuck. So I'm getting ready to go to one of my properties right now. I'm getting ready to go to Project 7 and go analyze what has been done in the 2 weeks that I've been gone, because technically this should have been done already. Okay, so I'm supposed to have a roof, roof should be done, my trim and paint should be done, and my drywall should be done. And there's a couple other things. Now, they're telling me, oh, well, last week it rained, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll give you that one. But if like 2 out of 3 things are not there, that dude is fired. Fired. I don't give a fuck. He's going to get a shitstorm from me. And that's just where I'm at. Because it's like, what the fuck got accomplished while I was away that I couldn't get accomplished myself? It's like the reason why I hired you is because you're able to take the weight off of me while I'm away. Because these are the things that you promised. You promised you're going to do these things and you couldn't fucking deliver. You couldn't deliver because you got all these personal problems. Oh, well, my rent is late, my this is late, my ass is late. I don't give a fuck. Okay? So because I'm taking care of these things, it should make whatever it is that I'm giving you a fucking priority. Right? Wrong. That's not the way they do shit. That's another thing. When you give somebody a task and they handle your task as a priority, then you know you got something good. But as soon as they start fucking like promising you all this shit and can't deliver, and then your shit is no longer a priority, then they get an attitude, oh dude, cut them loose. That's the problem with the world today. That's the problem with America. You have these entitled motherfuckers, prima donnas or whatever, that think that they fucking know shit. Bitch, please. You're a dime a dozen. I mean, that whole philosophy goes across the board, from one end to the other, from relationships to fucking workers to fucking anything. Bitch, you are a dime a dozen. I can replace you. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of why I am happy, and that's why I'm in the situation that I'm in now. And I'm not miserable. Like a lot of you guys, I know, are miserable. I'm not, because I didn't fucking put myself in that position. Know your position. Play your moves right. But be able to read shit for what it really is. If it looks like shit and smells like shit, it's probably shit. Don't go get your better judgment. Just know if it ain't right, if it don't feel right, it ain't right. You know, sometimes you gotta pump your brakes and be a dick. You gotta know when to be a dick. You know what I'm saying? And today, I'm Billy Joe Asshole. Today, cracking a whip. Big dick ding dong. Yes, sir. So, there's gonna be a shitstorm if I don't see something good in the next 20 minutes when I get to my property. I promise you that. Y'all be cool.